start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Michigan State's offense will get the first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that.
He was
so I anticipate the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. So Oregon's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access. Because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
But when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got him there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with him. Nice job getting a tackle for loss.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play through.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fan in the window for the score. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. He's open on the right. Turns it on at midfield. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Sparty. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Give out of the gun. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. 4th down is coming. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. Fires left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Great place to start for this offense. Run the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Graves. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Got it in the middle. It's Collier. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, this field goal leaves us tied, guys. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Lewis wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. The pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Back in the backfield, it's Lewis. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They punted away on fourth down. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Breaks into the open. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. And the Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Pulls it in. Still running at the 40. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Backed up now, here's second and long. Lewis to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got the first down and still on his feet. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Ducks will have it first and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Got his man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Oregon! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this power now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun to give, looking for room. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on first down from the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Speeding down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity. The result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Spartans will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth in the feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staff with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback.
There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2. So hauls it in the 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Decision time coming to this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Ducks! And that one will give them the lead.
Aggressive, man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. closer, and it'll be fourth down. And the Spartans will punt this one away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Under fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Davison. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Setting up the screen. He's got it out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the Ducks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Gonna look downfield again. He caught it. Touchdown, Oregon. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And man, a lot of times late games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nice move there. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the is a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Davison. Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll pitch it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. Lewis to throw. Unleashes it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Complete to the right. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
4th down, same as first, same as second, same as third for this offense. Going for it in a big-time moment. Get the big first down. This game, you're running out of time defensively. You're going to have to find a way to get a stop, even if it takes 4 downs.
He'll toss it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Thanks for grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Now the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. And the ball is free on the pitch.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's a hit. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. Catch in the middle is Turbin. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference, defense.
What a helpless feeling for this defense to commit that penalty and pretty much end the game. It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more on the board with that tip to the house. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
And this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were fit.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. So here they come. 4th and long. And this defense is after back-to-back sacks. Looking for the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
The offense changing the plays. Lewis wants to pass. Unloads it left. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking for a huge play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that done.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another